welcome everybody. Welcome to the Songwriter stream. It's the third Tuesday of the month, so that means that we are here live on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. As always, I'm here with my hosting and live stream producing partner, Jason Vitelli. Over there. Hey, Jason. And this month, we're joined by three fantastic new guests. In reverse order of the order they will be performing, we have Jim Knable. Jim, where are you joining us from tonight?
Live from Jersey City.
Live from Jersey City. Yeah. Jersey in the house. We're joined to my left by the Repressions. Where are you joining us from tonight?
We are live from Astoria, Queens in New York City.
Nice. Astoria, Queens. All right. So far we have a pretty bridge and tunnel crew represented. And then down below we have our first performer of the evening, Carol Lester. Hi, Carol.
Hey, hi Phil, hi Jason, hi everybody. Hey. I'm at Bradley Beach, same boardwalk as Asbury Park.
All right, Jersey Shore represented, so we're expecting some Bruce Springsteen talk. Carol, why don't you start us off?
Oh, okay, all right. Let's see. An island of streams in uncertain times. It's hard to believe that we'd find, with very few words, mostly in rhyme, like doves seek the shore. We fly in a sky of endless blue. Friends are far between, but I found you in a sea simmering kaleidoscope of colors. You, yes you found me. Like petals on the breeze that find their way home. It's a mystery that we've become, like flowers seeking sun after weeks of rain. A future filled with fun, beckoning in a sky of endless blue. Friends are far between. I found you in a sea shimmering kaleidoscope of colors. You, yes you found me. In all this time and all this space, just one smile is all it takes. In a sky of endless blue, friends are far between, but I found you in a sea shimmering kaleidoscope of colors. You found me. I wrote that during COVID when I was meeting up with songwriters from all over the world. Oh, thank you. Woo. It's about you.
What's the name of that song, Carol?
Sky of Endless Blue. And,
Sky of Endless.
Yeah, it's on Bandcamp.
I really love that.
Thank you. Yeah, it was about all these communities online.
Yeah.
Well, there's something about live stream which definitely reminds us of the COVID era, for some reason.
It's actually like a throwback, oddly.
All right. So if you're joining us from home, thank you for watching. That was Carol Lester, first of our three special guests this month. Over the next couple hours, this program is going to be in the form of a songwriter round, meaning each performer, myself and Jason included, are going to sing one song, and then the turn will then progress to the next person. over the course of 2 hours, between 7 and 9, we'll go around the circle about 3 or 4 times. So that was Carol Lester. You'll hear more from her over the next couple of hours. But coming up next, we have Jim Knable. Hey, Jim.
Hi, guys. I'm trying not to be traumatized by this whole throwback to the COVID era, but it's a good sort of trauma in a way that reminds me of the good parts of it. Even hearing myself talk without hearing the response of other people, which I guess we all got used to. This is a song that I started writing before COVID and then finished after COVID. It starts my new album. I'm an American anti-hero with my black leather jacket and my hair in the wind, my cigarette dangling between my fingers and my dark outlook and my sinister grin. I came over as a jaded soldier, dropping bombs on all those beautiful towns, killing other soldiers and a few civilians, and from up in the air they're like flowers and crowns. I'm an outsider, I don't fit in, and I never did. Ever since I was a little kid, I never fit. Now I don't speak French and I barely speak German. My Italian is non accetabile. I always come across as a foreign invader. If I cross your path, you step out of my way. I came here to sing, but my voice offends you. My songs are too simple and they all sound the same. But if you defend me, then I will defend you, and we're forming a line to the ones that remain. I'm an outsider, don't fit in, and I never did. Ever since I was a little kid, I never fit. Yeah, 'cause I never fit. I'm afraid to change lanes. In the underground I've lost my bearing. Everything looks the same. Everything looks the same. Not enough glory, I was promised much more in my hubristic day. I didn't come here to be part of your story. I'll be damned if I do what they always say. I'm an American anti-hero with my black leather jacket and my hair in the wind. My chances of survival are basically zero, but I've been here before and I'll be here again. I'm an outsider, I'm an outsider, and I never fear. I never fit in. Oh, I never fit in, never fit in. Thank you.
All right. Nice. Jim, you neglected to say the name of that song.
American anti-hero, obviously.
That's I was trying to guess it because I was gonna type it in the bottom.
Yeah.
And that was my first guess. But then you had like so many key phrases as the lyrics went.
Yeah.
I was like, is it I'm an outsider, American anti-hero, I never fit in.
You know, it's based on Catch-22 and some other stuff. So it's like, I'm an outsider is a little bit too sad for that.
All right. Nice.
It's a great way to kick off an album, I think.
It's a positive, song. Yes. It's a pro, good feeling outsider choice.
Now, Jim, while you were performing that song just now, The Secret Life of Dante chimed in with a comment on YouTube. Woo! Let's go. So stoked to be here. Secret Life of Dante, welcome. Welcome to our stream. I don't know, is he one of your fans, Jim?
I don't know, but I want him to be because I like Dante. I read most of the Divine Comedy. I got stuck in Paradiso. It wasn't as exciting as Purgatory. I was really into Purgatory, climbing that mountain, making it. So, Secret Life of Dante, right there with you.
All right. Welcome. Then we'll move right along then to the Repressions.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, that might be, Dante might be one of our Twitch friends, actually. Welcome, Secret Life of Dante. Thank you for being here. This song is called Medicate Me. Medicate me, just erase me. Dumb me down, don't have to face me. Medicate me, just unlace me. Slow me up till there's no trace of me. Whittle down, help me sleep. Change my body endlessly. All my angst can go on leave, but understand this is not happy. Medicate me, just displace me. Turn me off and never chase me. Medicate me, might disgrace me. Drown me out, but don't replace me. Swallow fast, my mind's repast. Neurotransmitters march en masse. Jump to synapse, don't collapse. But understand, I did not want this trap. Medicate me, just displace me. Turn me off and never chase me. Medicate me, might disgrace me. Fake a smile and run a pace of me. Watch me fall, hit that wall. Pretty potion for last call. Up the spoonful just once more. But understand, this is not me at all. Fall down, fall all the way down. Cry out, cry out. Medicate me, figure eight me. Watch the whole world just negate me. Medicate me, just post-date me. Hope someday I recreate me. Thank you.
Love the subject.
Nice
matter.
Repressions.
Thank you.
How are you doing, Nate? I understand you were a little bit under the weather heading into the stream today.
We thought the cough drops would work better.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I was under the weather myself this past week. Repressions, you are new friends of ours, and you recently performed at one of our in-person showcases at Mario's, the Irish pub. So we're delighted to have you on our stream for the first time. I understand you two are veterans you've done a ton of streaming.
Yeah, we have
Right.
a regular Twitch channel, so we usually live stream twice a week.
All right. Well, thank you for finding time in your stream schedule for us tonight.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so that was the Repressions with their song Medicate Me. You'll hear 2 or 3 more songs from them over the next couple of hours. That brings us to my turn. My name is Phil Robinson. I'm here in Manhattan, And Jason and I have been doing this live stream since the days of the pandemic. We started it with our good friend Victor V. Gerbo. And even as the pandemic subsided and in-person shows started up, we had such a blast doing this live stream every month. We just decided to keep it going. And this is a way that we could connect with great musicians like all of these fine folk, and to expand our geographic radius a little bit. Tonight we have mostly local New York, New Jersey, but that's not always the case. All right, my first song of the stream, I'm gonna do an original called Fortunate Son. I guess Not Fortunate Son by Creedence Clearwater Revival. Fortunate Son by Phil Robinson. Not fair. Some of us are born with a lot. Some of us are born with very little. This is a song about someone who's born with a lot. This is called Fortunate Son. I was born into this world, a child of some wealth. Never had to worry for possessions or for help. Sheltered from the world, I'd go to any length. Addicted to the comfort I once mistook for strength. I'm just another fortunate son. Just another fortunate son. In my place, take any other one. I went away to school, learned myself a trade, traveled on a path that I found ready-made, traded my ambitions just to have some fun. Now I lay awake and wonder, is this all that I've done? Just another fortunate son. Just another fortunate son. In my place, take any other one. Now I think of the ones who started with less, who had to work hard to make their success, done much more with much less than me. And I look at the ways I coddle myself, all the endless escapes that cover my shelves. I drain away my vitality, 'cause I'm just another fortunate son. Just another fortunate son. In my place, take any other one. All right. Do I like what I see when I look in the mirror? Do I like what I see when I look in the mirror? When I look in the mirror, what do I see? Do I like what I see when I look in the mirror? Do I like what I see when I look in the mirror? When I look in the mirror, what do I see? Do I like what I see when I look in the mirror? Do I like what I see when I look in the mirror? When I look in the mirror, what do I see? Hey now I see a man who runs from his fears, hides from the world, his soul disappears. It's like I've lived as somebody else. But damned if I'm going to go on in that way. Let myself live another false day. It's time that I ask more of myself. Yes, it's time that I ask more of myself. How can I ask more of myself? All right, thank you.
Good stuff, Phil.
All right. Thank you for listening, and that brings us to our fifth, last but not least, performer, who is also our technical expert and release producer, Jason Vitelli.
Thank you for the generous introduction. Here is a tune about being on a New York City bus. It's called Long Way. I've got a long way to go. I've got a long way to go before my eyes reach yours, before my mind gets too roiled. She can make it or break it, or lose her cool in just 8 days. But I've got a long way to go before my eyes reach yours. For I've been running out towards this song, and I didn't think I couldn't get anymore. It's hard enough just being myself, so I'm gonna go it alone. I'm gonna go it alone. It's been happening too often. This weight's within my hands, and this bus couldn't be too slow, for I know I'd be better off at home. She's a hard one to handle, and my mind's filled with scandal. I've got a long way to go before I pass my stop once more. I've been running out towards this song, and I didn't got a long way to go. I've got a long way to go. Thanks, everyone.
Jason, is that the song that you would begin a frequent busking session with?
Yes, yes. I always tell people that on the stream. It's not that I think it's a warm-up song, but somehow it sets the mood for being alone on a subway platform singing. So,
What's your favorite subway platform to busk at?
it's been a while. Because I would do it totally acoustic, I didn't like the ones that were super busy. But I would perform at 6th Avenue, 23rd F, by me in Brooklyn in Greenpoint Avenue, and the L train on Bedford Avenue, to name a few. So.
Nice.
The night, true story, the night that Jason and I met for the first time 20 years ago. We had our guitars with us, we met at a cafe, and we ran down to the subway platform and played a few songs together spontaneously, jamming on each other's songs. All right, that was Jason Vitelli. That completes one circuit around our songwriter round, which brings us back to the top. Carol, this time, please tell us a little bit about yourself. You're streaming tonight from Bradley Beach, and I understand that's a relatively recent development that you've relocated to the Jersey Shore.
Yes, I have. I'm still up in Jersey City sometimes, and I'm still up in New York sometimes, but I'm down here. My recording studio is down here. I'm working on a lot of projects in the studio. So I'm actually right now recording a live album featuring Vivian Warfield, my longtime percussionist, Peter Moffat, John Krieger, and Andy Dremos. It was a live performance, and everything was going through a different channel, so I'm able to mix it.
Nice. Is your recording studio on the premises of your home, or it's just also?
No, it is. It's a little sound room in the back, and that's where I am right now. I've got twinkly lights and percussion instruments and many guitars. Probably
well, most importantly, you have the twinkly lights, and
Yes.
as we all know, that's the most important ingredient for a recording studio.
So this song is called Feels Like Home. Life can be so funny. We map out all our plans. Something comes in the way to shake it all out and bring us back to where we began. Far apart, but here we are, closer than we ever were, like the constellation stars. Together it feels like home. Together it feels like home when I'm with you. Oh. Let's catch up, it's been too long. We got so much to say. Time flies by and it's so wrong. this moment and miss another day. Far apart, but here we are, closer than we ever were, like the constellation stars. Together it feels like home. Together it feels like home when I'm with you. Together it feels like home. Together it feels like home when I'm with you. Together it feels like home. Together it feels like home when I'm with you.
I love how to describe someone as home. I always like that idea. That really, it all starts with those relationships.
Yeah.
To create the home.
Anna Keene agrees. She chimed in with a comment saying, "Lovely song" on
Well,
Facebook.
thank you, Anna.
Nice.
Yeah, those are
w-
all the
of-
newer
of-
stuff is on Bandcamp. But you see when you go to my website, you'll see that.
Great.
Well, before we move on to Jim's next turn, let's stay with you for a moment, Carol. I always try to remember how what initially put one of our guest musicians on our radar to be invited on the show, and I think I first became aware of you and your scene back in 2018 through Carol Lester Productions. You were putting on all kinds of showcases, and you had a regular series, I believe, at FM in Jersey
Yes.
City, right? And I was doing a similar thing in Manhattan, and I think I met you for like 2 seconds in person, briefly at the City Winery on the night,
Yes.
right? That was the night that I was there with Mike Rocket, Rachel Sage, and Sylvana Joyce, and it was like, you got to meet Carol Lester, and we said hi, and then so you do all kinds of stuff, and you, to this day, you are putting on events and kind of industry mixers that are have some performers and other types of music people and all that. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, back when we met in 2018 at FM and Headroom, I was doing showcases mostly with already self-published musicians, and I had a couple sync agents like Mark Freezer from Sync Summit come and listen to people's music, and because he places music in TV and film, and yeah, so that was really fun. That was before everybody had a podcast about trying to make money off of artists. I never charged anything, so anyway. But there's a lot of information out there and a lot of opportunities, for people who own their own music, like I know all of you do. You're self-published and it's called One Stop. And then I also love doing, if I'm in a room with a piano, because I've been playing with Peter Moffat, jazz pianist, for a long time, and I know a bunch of other fantastic pianists, Cass Weinbrim, Carlos Cartagena, and I did poets and pianists, and some of it was rehearsed, and a lot of it was improv, and
Oh, wow.
they were really beautiful. So I'd like to start those up again, but the places with tuned pianos are few and far between these days.
Mario's being one of
Well,
them.
I was gonna say we have a 95% tuned piano at Mario's if you ever want
there's
to.
like one note.
Well, the good news is Peter tunes piano. Sometimes he brings his own equipment when we go someplace.
There you go.
Yeah.
And were you doing something most recently at Convention Hall in Asbury
I
Park,
was.
which is
Right. All winter, I was doing Sea and Sky songwriter showcases. And that was on the boardwalk inside Historic Convention Hall, at a restaurant bar at the north end, at the south end. So you could see the ocean out the windows, but you were nice and warm inside the place. And I believe we're going to be starting that up again in the fall.
Oh, wow.
So
Oh, great.
I will let you know. I'll have you come.
As a Bruce Springsteen devotee, that convention hall, anything Asbury Park related, looms large in my imagination. And we're having a mutual friend, our mutual friend Nick Clemens, who's a big name on the Jersey Shore scene. He's our featured performer at our Manhattan night at Mario's this month.
Oh, very nice.
What is that? That's what is the date?
First Tuesday of every month.
September 2nd. So if you ever want to schlep into New York City, Carol, you're invited to take a slot. We'd be happy to
thank you.
feature
What day
in
of the
person.
week is that?
We do that, Jason and I. So for those of you listening, we're going to move on to Jim's next song in a moment, but the last thing we'll say, Jason and I, we each live in New York City, and we do a few projects together. One of them is a live in-person residency at an Irish pub in the East Village section of Manhattan called Mary O's. And we have music at Mary O's the first Tuesday of every month, and we have the night for 5 hours, so we book 5 acts. I do a set, Jason does a set, and we have 3 spots, kind of like this stream. And we have featured guest performers from all over New York and New Jersey, and the Repressions were recently featured, and Jim was recently featured.
Yeah.
So everyone here is familiar with it, except we haven't had you yet, Carol. So let us know, and we'll get you on the schedule if you're interested.
I would love to. And Nick is just fantastic.
Yeah, we love him. Well, that's where you and I see each other every year at his Big Man's Bash down in Neptune in January.
Yeah.
Big Man's Bash, of course, Clarence Clemens, the saxophonist from Bruce Springsteen's E Street Band, his son, Nick Clemens, puts on this annual tribute concert, and he invites many of us to take part in it every year. All right. Very good, Carol. Well, we're looking forward to hearing a couple more songs from you before this stream ends, but for now, let's move over to Jim.
Hey guys, so many points of connection. I just went to Asbury Park for the first time recently, and as well as being a fellow Bruce Springsteen fan and just general, I like creepy boardwalks. I didn't realize that Asbury Park is like the center of the occult in the New Jersey universe. There are like all these occult stores and like, mystical, magical, like ghosts, lots of ghost sightings.
Madame Marie, famous psychic.
Exactly. Right? There's a store. It's like the Paranormal Museum or something. I shouldn't call it a store. It's a museum. They just sell stuff. But it's also a museum. But then also you were talking about, I'm trying to segue into the song here, about, artists doing some stuff for themselves. So this is a song that is about the, the struggle and the jealousy and the conviction that somehow it all makes sense, or might eventually. It's called Citadel. There is a citadel in the center of the city. The taxi drivers know it well, the routes to it are plenty. But I'll be getting there on a horse-drawn carriage gently. You could tell him that no one has sent me. There is a citadel, and the gates to it are many. They all seem to lock against me. But I'll be getting in through the skylight near the sentry. You could tell him that no one has sent me. But if I find your gates unlocked, I won't register the shock. I'll sit down and act like it was meant to be. Walking down the open road to your castle, cross your moat. I will find another point of entry. I used to know you well through the years and across the century. Now it seems our friendship has grown empty. It's like a kind of hell watching you with all this envy, knowing that we used to be so friendly. But if I find your gates unlocked, I won't register the shot. I'll just pick up where we left off. Walking down your open road to your castle, cross your moat. I walk right up to your gate and knock. There is a citadel in the center of the city. The taxi drivers know it well, the routes to it are plenty. But I've been getting there on a horse-drawn carriage gently. But you could tell him that no one sent me. There is a citadel and the gates to it are many, if there even are any. If there even are any. Thank you.
All
right, nice job, Jim.
Of spirit that you show in that song.
I'm a spiritual dude, man.
Yeah.
That song's prominently featured on my second to most recent album called Blue Reunion. It's on all the stuff.
Cool.
You can stream it, dance to it, slow dance to it.
All right, Jim, how did you get on our radar here in our little music scene?
I think Seth, right? Or is like apparently we
think
know
so.
Theo. We know Theo in common as well, and probably like a bunch of other people.
Yep, another venue that I think many of us play regularly here in Manhattan is Cowgirl Seahorse.
Yes.
The most music-loving Tex-Mex. That was where I got sick a week and a half ago. I don't think it had anything to do with the venue. And they've been featuring live music on Monday nights the last 14 years. And once you do a gig there, basically you fall in love with the owner falls in love with you, and then you're like a close inner circle member of the family, and you keep getting invited back. So, Jim, I know that you're in the Cowgirl Seahorse circle of regular musicians.
It was my
right?
secret wish. That was a citadel for me for a while. It's like, I want to be part of the Cowgirl Seahorse circle. And somehow I snuck in. I think probably via Seth. I would play between his sets, and then got to know Gail and stuff. And
actually, my girlfriend and Jason's wife, they are literally right there, right now, playing in between Seth's sets at Cowgirl. See, he actually invited Jason and myself, but we're here doing this.
I think we should clarify that your girlfriend and Jason's wife are not the same person.
No, they're not.
Okay.
I like that.
Just making sure.
So that's right. So yeah, we discovered this whole scene of musicians, and we've been inviting all the Cowgirl Seahorse musicians to come and play at Mary O's, and we've been sneaking all the Mary O's musicians to play Cowgirl, so we're making it one big scene. So as part of that, we invited Seth to do a night at Mary O's, and he pulled you in. That's right. That was a couple months ago.
Yes, he is a glue. He's like a magnet. He's a bringer together of people. Seth Goldart is the guy we keep talking about. He's a swell mandolin player, guitar player, all-around good guy.
Yeah, we featured him on this live stream a couple months ago.
I think I met him at the Bruce show last year, Phil. So.
That's right. Yep. That one thing we do at Cowgirl, since I'm obsessed with Bruce Springsteen and so is the owner, Gail. We every year for Bruce's birthday, we do a 5-hour night, 20 acts, do 50 Bruce Springsteen songs in 5 hours, and that's actually coming up soon. It's going to be on Monday, the 22nd, and just right before the stream began, Jim got in his last 2 song requests for me to claim them before they got claimed. And which songs are you doing at the Bruce night, Jim?
I think we said Sandy, segueing into Wild Billy's Circus Story.
All right.
Very Wild Innocent, E Street Shuffle centric.
Early 70s Bruce, and Jason is a slacker. He has not yet picked his 2 songs.
I will this week, in the next couple of days.
All right. Well, Jim, we're happy to have met you and to feature you, and we will continue to do so moving forward because you're awesome.
You're awesome. Thank you.
Speaking of awesome, let's hear our next song from the Repressions.
Thank you. This is a song about what it's like to walk around in a woman's body. It's called I'm Just Pieces. I'm just a biped doing people stuff. Wanna greet the newest page. I got a mind all full of jangled ideas, mangled insights, love and rights. Talent platforms get it stupid, breaking my mistakes. Laughing like a mania for just a human's sake. And then I motion out into the sun, eyes hit into my chagrin, and I wish I'd kept my outside in. I'm not a mind, I'm just a body. I'm not a body, I'm just pieces you can pick apart. I'm not a soul, I'm just a problem. I'm not a face, I'm just a mouth to close. A dandelion, not a rose. I'm only breasts and hips and legs, and they're not good enough. I wish I could call your bluff and simply fade away. Degrees on the wall are just distance, and everything I like is some chick fit. And my fortitude is a fragile flaw. If a girl's not cute, then what's she for? And my words, they all fall naught, and that's what every lady is taught. Keep your heel head high and simple by if you dare to take your outside. I'm not a mind, I'm just a body. I'm not a body, I'm just pieces you can pick apart. I'm not a soul, I'm just a framework. I'm not a face, I'm just a mouth to close. A box of Lego in repose. I'm only breasts and hips and legs, and they're not good enough. I wish I could call your bluff and simply fade away. Too big, too small, too weird, too long, too wide, too flat, too old, too strong. Too big, too small, too weird, too long, too wide, too flat, too old, too strong. Too big, too wide, too flat, too long, too wide, too flat, too old. Just too strong. I'm not a mind, I'm just a body. I'm not a body, I'm just pieces of pieces, not good enough, no woman's good enough. So pick me over, pour me down, and then criticize my bones, imperfect bones. Vulture on my shortcomings, the many and the new. Forgive my lapses and my gaps, deficiencies I drew. Absolve me, please, for walking in a way that wasn't pleasing you. I swear I'll never think again. I have no point of view. And if I can't be perfect your way, it's beauty better if I died. It's your ugly world. I think I'll stay inside.
Wow.
Quite a statement.
Thank you. So we're just trying to, tonight's set list of songs that I'm lead vocal on.
What was the impetus to write that song? Was it something that was brewing in your head for like a long time, or was there one incident that happened and you're like,
I think it's a lot of general experience that everybody can relate to. Years ago, I was asked to do a solo show that was called a Venus Envy concert, and it was all female artists. And I thought, well, I need something, very on theme to bring to this. And again, it's like all songs; it's meant to bring people together and make them feel heard and understood.
sure.
And it's a little cheeky too.
Yeah, yeah.
I noticed that you say these things kind of axiomatically, matter-of-factly. This is what a song is for. But I actually find that this is very, very much the case with U2 in particular. Like U2, almost every single original song is just like dripping with like intent and a distillation of like deeply felt and observed experience, and like rendered in a way to be very gettable to a listener, like very accessible. Like I remember when I took in your live set the night you played Mary O's, like just every single song, like put me in a place of contemplation of like a deep idea.
Yeah.
Which it really draws me to your music. Like I just feel like nourished and sustained. Like it's really that's not necessarily what all songwriters aim for or all songwriters aspire to. I think that you two in particular really do very much.
That's a very cool way of describing it. I appreciate the way you put that.
Thank you so much. That's a great compliment. It's just one of those sometimes people say things like that to you and you're like, yes, I am. This is why I'm on my life's path. This is exactly where I'm meant to be in the world. And I love hearing that. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Can I throw in some love to the Repressions? I think I saw you guys first in What a Story, right? Is it the 18th word? When you guys were doing anything, and you just like, yeah. And you just like stood out as like truth and honesty and just like being there, being yourselves, and being unique and original at the same time. And I think I still have one of your stickers from that night that I've held on to.
Oh
so.
yeah, I got one.
It's cool to keep running into you.
But Jim, you're not a true devotee because you're not wearing a star on your face.
I tried that for a while, and it just wasn't my look. I kept getting weird comments in the street.
The Repression, since we're heaping praise and love upon you, the other thing that really struck me about your live set that I took in was it was a complete experience. It was not just the sound and the music, but the presentation, the visual elements, the props. You basically converted the corner of the bar into a set. And every aspect, from your wardrobe to like your performance has very high production value, and that's not just like a compliment to be like, oh, good job on that, but it's like all of the elements are pulling together in the same direction, so it amounts to like a powerful experience that impacts with clear impact. So it's very rare. You guys really stand out.
Oh, thank you so much.
That's really great to hear. Thank you.
Is there anything you two would like to share before we move on to the next turn?
Well, we've always got lots of live things coming up, and hopefully a new single coming out in November. But We usually open all of our shows with our dedication, which is that we dedicate our music to anyone who's ever been picked on for being sensitive, kind, smart, or ill. We've got a lot of mantras.
Mantras are good.
The ill part pertains to me today.
So tonight's Repressions performance is partially dedicated to Nate for being ill. All right. So if you're tuning in from home, this is the Songwriter Stream. This is a co-production of Roomful of Sky Records, Roomful of Sky Music, which is my company. You can see our logos up there. I've been involved as an independent record label, probably in the New York City music scene for the past 20 years, helping with artist development, various other artists beside myself, and then more recently, mostly focusing on producing lots of live shows. A typical thing is I'll have an arrangement with a venue. They'll give me a night. Roomful of Sky take over the third Thursday every month, and I fill the night with a bunch of bands, singer-songwriters, and it's a really blessed existence, which I enjoy very much. The other logo up there, the little pinwheel, that's Music for Multimedia, which is Jason Vitelli's company. And he likes when I say this, so I'll say this and then I'll turn it over to him. Basically, anything that is the intersection between music and technology, that is Jason's domain. He is a master of both, and he excels at the union and intersection of the two, doing things such as producing live streams like this, producing live sound, which he does at our events. He has his own recording studio. We have a bunch of sessions going on right now. Jason films. He scores films, basically music for multimedia. If you need anything under that umbrella, he's your guy. You have anything you want to add to that, Jason? Or
No, I really appreciate the kind words, though. It's like a love fest going on here.
you could send the check to the usual place. All right, so my turn is next. I was going to do. Thank you, Secret Life of Dante.
Yeah.
That's very nice
very kind.
to hear. You know, I have been in this mindset of playing almost exclusively cover songs the last couple months. I sort of I have a recent goal, which is, there's this whole I'm a singer-songwriter. I mostly focus on my original songs, but there's this whole job. I don't want to say job opportunity. If you're a musician and you could perform 3 hours of cover songs, and keep a crowd engaged for 3 hours playing crowd-pleasing hits, there's like a whole strata of gigs that you could just well-paying gigs that you could do 3 or 4 of these on any given week. And I thought that would be a very fun thing to do. So that's my goal. I am just cramming all of pop music into my brain so I could be like a human jukebox for 3 hours. And I figured that it's a different mode for me, but it's also, I figured if I absorb all of this great music that people love and that I've loved listening to my whole life, it will inevitably inform my own musicality and my own songwriting impulses and instincts. And it has been doing that. So I've actually found it to be a worthwhile endeavor. So I was planning on playing a crowd-pleasing cover now, but I have been so moved by the earnest intentions of the Repressions and everybody playing original songs that now I feel like I want to play an original song. So I'm just stalling as I think of which song I'm going to play. I'll do this one. All right. This is not a cheerful song. This is part of my personal history, but I basically went, when I was younger in my early 20s, I had a period of a number of years where I was estranged from my own family. You know, when you're in an adult relationship with a friend, a coworker, a lover, what have you, you know, you could draw your own boundaries, and if you don't get along with someone and you try to address it, you could basically like walk away from that person, and we don't need to be in each other's life. When you're, you know, 20 and it's your family of origin that is not being nice to you, it just felt so insurmountable. I had this classic dynamic where my parents divorced, my mom remarried, had more children with my stepfather, and then it was the classic step-family dynamics where the stepfather really favored his own biological children, and I was kind of the unwanted spare part from the previous marriage, and I was basically bullied out of my family. It was very heartbreaking, and it was really an engine that gave me a lot of drive in my early songwriting. So, you know, I basically wrote songs. It was my therapy. It was like, how do I process these emotions? This is a song that comes out of that. This is called Leaving Home, dedicated to my stepfather. Father's anger tells you what a mother's love don't know. The only way to get along is to leave your home. I lived in your house, I did all your chores. You showed you my dreams, you showed me the door. I tried to understand you, and I cried till my eyes were sore. I tried to meet you halfway, but I guess you needed more. Now all that hate and anger's just left there on the floor. But that's alright with me, 'cause I don't live there no more. Anger tells you what a mother's love don't know. The only way to get along is to leave your home. You told me all your stories, your heavens and your hells. I've no time for your stories, I've got my own to tell. You were told what you already knew was worth more than what you'd find. but every night you pay the price for dreams you left behind. And although I've got nothing, I swear I'll set myself free from living in the kind of world you imagine for me. And though I'm cold and lonely, I'm better off alone. 'Cause the first time I could stand myself was when I left your home. Thank you.
You know, Phil, what came to mind was Carol's song and your song are diametrically opposed. They're both talking about home.
Yeah.
But it expands the definition of what home is. And sometimes that dysfunctional place can be home as much as it can be a nurturing place. So I love the diametric opposition and how having her song in my head and hearing yours is pretty cool.
Well, it was hearing Carol's song that put the idea that, oh, you know what, I should play Leaving Home. I kind of screwed up the lyrics. I hadn't performed it in a very long time, but Carol inspired me to try to recall it to do. That in my early days of song, I'd say that song is almost like 20 years old. In my early days of songwriting, I was very concerned with the words, the lyrics. I basically wrote paragraphs, and the musicalness of it was besides the point. Like, I look back, and it's not a very tuneful song. It's almost like the melody is one note. So I tend to feel self-conscious of like, oh, this is kind of boring, not interesting to listen to. But I do really enjoy just speaking these things aloud, to a receptive audience. So
I think it's the perfect music for what you're singing about. Sort of that singular mindset that's what you need to do. And so it's like a laser pointed out of your house into the world, So it really feels like that. So I think it adds to it instead of taking away, for sure.
Well, thank you, Jason.
And it was good to follow the story. So, I didn't feel like the melody was lacking in any way because the story had me going.
Sure.
That's how I felt. I don't know if any of you are familiar with the Bruce Springsteen album, The Ghost of Tom Joad. It's a whole album like that. He's like hyper fixated on these very dense narratives, tons of paragraphs, like a spoken short story over minimal music. And I love that album, and that kind of that provided the model. I wrote a bunch of songs like that, and then I sort of got out into the world a little bit, and I was like, oh, that's the album of his that nobody likes for that reason. But it's like my favorite. I could just kind of lose myself in the stories he's telling, and it's brilliant.
Yeah, I like that one.
All right, thank you all. We will turn things over now to Mr. Music for Multimedia himself, Jason Vitelli.
Thank you, Phil. And actually, it was coming to think, you used to perform one of those songs off of that album. It was really good. Can you remind me what song it is?
I would perform The Ghost of Tom Joad itself, the title track.
Yeah.
I was just practicing it today because I'll be doing it at our forthcoming
Awesome.
Bruce night.
I'm glad because I loved your rendition.
Thank you. That was probably the song that inspired me to pick up harmonica also.
Oh wow. So, I was thinking about some different tunes, and this is the first one I played out live. I might mess it up quite a bit, but this one was really poignant. I went to an open mic. I've never performed one of my original songs out, and I did this one, and it was so cathartic, and it just turned my life into a totally different direction. And so it's a moment that I won't forget. And the song is kind of informing what the moment would be like before I ever had it. So it's called Announce Myself. Why do I feel so sick of usefulness? Sit myself down, call me a clown and tell me which way I should fall out of here. Cause I'm running out of friends and I'm running out of ways to be free. Why should it be so hard to announce myself to this world? Why do I feel emotion breaking my legs free? It suddenly arrives, follows me around and shoves me all the way toward the ground, to the edge of my fears and the thought of my dreams awaken me. Why should it be so hard to announce myself to this world? Thank you. Yeah, so the catharsis is definitely.
Do you remember playing that?
Before.
Do you remember playing that song the first time, like publicly?
Yeah.
Who was there? Who did you play for?
It was just an open mic. And Phil, you probably recognize the Stain Bar. That's where it was.
Yeah.
Back in 2005, something like that.
Yeah.
And it was just a really cool crowd, very, supportive. And it was just like, oh, I got to keep doing this. And it just spurred me to continue writing songs, continue performing them for people at these open mics. So, yeah.
I remember thinking when that was one of your songs when we first met.
Right.
And you were recording it for your first album, and I remember thinking, like, clearly that's going to be the first song on the first album. Like, nothing else would make sense. And then when you showed me the track list, and what is it? It's like 6 or 7?
Yeah, it's toward the end.
It's towards the end, and that's when I knew. I was like, Jason is not, and he's not going to do the obvious on-the-nose thing. He's going to be mysterious and inscrutable in all of his songwriting and album sequencing motivations, because 99% of other artists would have made that the first song on the first album.
I know, it makes sense. I probably would do that if I were to make the order again, but Who knows? Whatever.
All right. Anything else you want to get off your chest, Jason Vitelli,
No,
before we move back over to Carol?
It.
All right. Well, we've completed two trips around our songwriter round here. We'll get at least one more song each from the five of us, and then if we have time, we'll do a bonus from each of our guests. Please, for those tuning in at home, whether you're on your couch, sitting on your toilet, driving in your car, hopefully just listening and not watching in that case, do all the usual things like subscribe, comment, tell your friends. Roomful of Sky, you're either watching us right now on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, so please like, follow, subscribe, and do all those things. All right. Carol Lester, song number 3.
Okay. So I was inspired by the Repressions and Barbara singing about, women and our bodies, and we're in a place of, I don't know. I wrote this song a long time ago, but I unfortunately had to unearth it when our reproductive autonomy was taken away. And so here it is. Oops. Is that on? No. Okay. All right, here we go. Who owns your body? Who owns your body? You do. You own your body. You do. So own it proudly. I reject your proposition. My body doesn't need your damn permission. I reject your proposition. My body doesn't need a court's petition. When you grow a womb, it can't be your decision. Till then, don't you threaten me with prison. I reject your proposition. Hush, your mother's speaking, so you'd better listen. If we arrest every boy or man, whoever fathered a child and then turned and ran, maybe then I could understand this desire to turn a teenage girl into eminent domain. Because who owns your body? Who owns your body? You do. You own your body. You do. So own it proudly. I reject your proposition. A body doesn't need your damn permission. I reject your proposition. A body doesn't need a court's petition. When you grow a womb, it can be your decision. Till then, don't you threaten me with prison. I reject your proposition. Hush, your mother's speaking, so you'd better listen. Nature chose woman to bear the young. We better think things through, because we bring the next generation. It takes 18 years to dedicate, and we know if we can't do it with love, it might break our heart, but we got to wait. Cause who owns your body? Who owns your body? You do. You own your body. You do. You own your body. Who feeds the hungry? We do. Cause we're the mommies who will change all our life plans. We do. Cause we're the women who risk our lives. We do. Birth and life. Who owns your body? You do. You own your body. Who owns your body? You do. So own it proudly. I hope my guitar wasn't too loud.
No, it's perfect.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Carol, what is the name of that song?
Who owns your body?
Who owns your body?
Yeah, and it's actually up on Bandcamp as a fundraiser for Planned Parenthood. There's also a anti-gun anthem I wrote that's up there as well that is for moms against gun violence. So, yeah, sometimes we all get inspired to write about things happening around us in the world. And the new recording has a bunch of singers from down here. Ms. G, from Ms. G and the Guys, Nikki Arrowsmith from Gairaga, Andy Dremos from Gairaga, a bunch of musicians who I met down here when I was first down here. So,
wow, can't wait to check it out.
Yeah.
And I mean, that song it lends itself to a lot of people singing it together.
Yeah. The Who Owns Your Body used to be the third section of the song, but I was at Red Bank at an impromptu rally the day that the rights were taken away, and the microphone was going around, people were giving speeches, and I sang the chorus, and everybody started singing with me, so I thought, all right, I gotta re-record it and open the song up with a bunch of people singing it.
Wow.
Oh, yeah?
It's so cool how it informed you to make that decision about how to present it, the way people reacted to it. That's pretty
Yeah, I think sometimes making people wait for the good part is not a good idea.
Got to reel them in first.
Who's that? I'm having a brain fart. Who's the lead of the Foo Fighters? Who used to be the drummer of Nirvana?
David Grohl?
That's right, David Grohl. That's his big songwriting advice. If you like listen to him say one sentence about the craft of writing songs, he'll say, start with your chorus. It's like you might only have 5 seconds of somebody's time that they're giving you attention. So, make your point and hook them. Just start with the chorus. And I think it's a good approach. And for this song, definitely.
Thanks. I wish we were all synchronized. We could sing together, but the latency doesn't work.
Where did you get the crowd to for the recording?
So it was just a group of. I invited people over to come sing on the chorus.
Nice.
It was kind of, people were still afraid from quarantine, so I kind of layered them one in the room at a time.
Oh, okay.
So they were hearing everybody else sing, and they were jumping in. Or if they weren't afraid, there were 2 or 3 of us together for one of the sections.
All right. Who owns your body? You do.
You do. They don't.
Very good. All right. Jim, do you have any songs about inhabiting a female body?
Oh.
I think all my songs really are about that in some way.
That might be construed as cultural appropriation if you do, so tread very carefully.
I was trying to think if I had the appropriate song to sing after that. I heard some talk about like hunger. I heard some talk about world issues. So I'm just gonna say, should I go with a waltz or something a little more rock and rolly?
Waltz. That sounds very.
I think a waltz would be a nice change of pace.
How does the guitar sound when I play it like that? Can you hear it okay?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a song that I accidentally co-wrote with somebody or plagiarized from on the subway, because somebody came in and said a bunch of stuff that I was like, this is it's pretty intense stuff. You're gonna recognize it, a lot of it, and I don't sing it as a joke. I sing it to kind of like raise up some kind of thought about it, and also just because it's kind of an amazing chorus that he came up with. So to Dave Grohl, I guess this is for him. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry to bother you on your morning commute. You can take one good look at my face and tell that I'm not well and I'm in a bad mood. I only had one piece of dry toast this morning, so forgive me if I come across rude. I'll do anything, I mean anything. You can tell me to do anything, I'll do anything for just a little more food. I'm gonna repeat that all one more time now in Spanish. I know that's a language a lot of us use. We are all good people standing huddled on this train. Hey, you by the doorway, I'm talking to you. I got no family to support me. I got no one to hire me for anything to do. So I'll do anything, I mean anything. You can tell me to do anything, I'll do anything for just a little more food. A little more food. I'm not asking for your money, only wanna earn what are yours. I'm a serious man. There's nothing I'm saying that you should find funny, but if you find me funny and that's what you want from me, well, I can do that too. I'll do anything, I mean anything. You can tell me to do anything, I'll do anything, but just a little more food. I will do anything, I mean anything. You can tell me to do anything, I'll do anything for just a little more food. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry to bother you on your morning commute. That's how that one goes.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was cool.
Yeah, so I'm torn between calling it I'll do anything or just a little more food, which probably is what I should call it, because I'll do anything sounds like it's a different kind of song.
Or
You know.
both of them together.
I'll do anything for a little more food, just kind of like go
Just the
for it with a
whole
long
thing.
title.
For ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh,
see,
yeah.
that sounds like more
Or-
like a cabaret thing, or yeah.
I thought one of the potential titles would have been Morning Commute as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, set the
lot of
scene.
options.
I like that. Yeah.
You know, it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to know how to talk about sensitive topics, right? It's like even being very well intentioned, you could like a song like that could, it's you kind of have a humorous tone.
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of like on the side of the person whose words you actually heard say those things on the subway. It's
Well,
like it's.
I think I think for myself, I'm like, not a step removed, but I'm very grateful for the kind of
Yeah.
support network that I was born into. I think you were talking about that, like you're born into a situation where I don't think, knock on wood, I'm ever going to end up as a homeless, hungry person who's having to beg for food on the subway, because I have that support around me. But you see
But it's
people
also
who,
sympathy
yeah,
that you're showing to a fellow human being, and we all
yeah.
need more.
I mean, it's people all have their stories, and they end up where they end up, and a lot, sometimes it's mental
Yeah.
illness, sometimes it's other circumstances, sometimes it's other things. But yeah, so for me as a songwriter, I heard that and I really was kind of taking down most of that was what he was saying. I just kind of made it rhyme a little bit more. But what he kept repeating was, "I will do anything for more food," and that's just sort of
Yeah.
like his mantra. And looking at the life through that lens was that's
Well,
where I went.
Songs could be a great vessel for empathy, getting us to walk in somebody else's shoes for 4 minutes,
Yeah.
maybe leaving us with an impression of a life outside of our own experience, or to recognize what we have in common with that person.
Yeah, yeah. And every time I play that, I feel a different kind of connection to that real person. But I don't want to be didactic, So I don't want to be
Yeah.
just like, feed the hungry, homelessness is bad, because we know that. So I'm more interested in like what it's like to actually be in that situation and kind of the extremes. And he found humor in his situation too. I could tell. So humor, I think, is what saves people in the end.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was kind of what I was trying to say. Well, it's like it's hard to know how to talk about things. You could, even with the purest intent, you could still express an idea like that, and it still offend someone or rub someone the wrong way. It's sometimes it's hard to.
But you know what, Phil? Like at a certain point, you just got to be okay with that. Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're going to put it forth the way you put it forth, and if someone doesn't like it, oh well.
What could you do?
And that's part of that feedback. Even if it's negative feedback, is still feedback. It's still a connection. It doesn't always have to be like, your song makes me happy. It could be like, sometimes people react negatively because it hits them, and they don't realize it emotionally how it hits them. So.
That Reddit, there's a subreddit topic, which is called "Am I the Asshole?" And anonymous people log on and they give little scenarios from their day, and they're like, wait, I need a second opinion. Was I the asshole in that situation? And most of the time, all the comments are like, yeah, you were the asshole in that situation. All right. Anyway, that's pointed at me. I'm usually the asshole in this situation. That's not pointed at me.
That sounds like a great song challenge. We should all come together next month with a song called "Am I the Asshole?"
Am I the asshole?
Well, I actually have one. I wish this were like a rolling thing. Not. It was more like I used the word antagonist. I used the word antagonist in me, but maybe I'll play it later. I don't know. Who knows?
All right. Well, you'll likely have one more song tonight. Thank you, Jim. Thank you for your song, which is called either "I'll Do Anything" or
"Am I an
a little
Asshole?"
more food.
I think is
or "Am I an Asshole?"
Yeah.
Brace yourselves. It is time for another deeply meaningful song from the Repressions.
Oh, thank you. This song was inspired by literary characters who meet dark ends. And we'd like to imagine, pulling them out of the dark water, but it's also about learning how to pull ourselves out of the darkest waters. This is called Ophelia's Song. Shall the effect of this good lesson stay with you, stay with me? When givers prove unkind, dry your life back, dry your eyes, and keep your mind. Hey, blasted Hamlet, the stage is full of sad lost fools. Quit spilling your slings, quit loosing your blood everywhere. Maybe the poison's in your ear. Ecstatic Hamlet, pick up your skull and carry on. You're not the only, you're not the only one to take despair. Tear the flowers from your hair, Ophelia. Remembrance is just a guide, know that path already trod. Be done with voices smashing you and all you do. Be done with eyes that can't see you. Be done with that which is not true, which is not you. Be your own shelter, carry on. You're not the only, you're not the only, you're not Stop that barge that started sail to come along. Help her awake now. That lovely lady, lovely lady, lovely lady, lovely lady, lovely lady of Shalom. Let's save a lane of our alone. Don't die for false love. Get the hands from lands alone. Weave your own mirror. Tell your tale clearer. Carry on. You're not the only, you're not the only one to take despair. Tear the flowers from your hair. Ophelia, you are a light. Don't let the garments drag you down. Don't let the tumble pull you under. Don't let you drown. Don't let you down. Don't let you Thank you.
Are these songs, are they songs that Nate usually sings on?
That one,
Yeah.
yes. So
That
it
one
felt,
is?
It felt strange. I missed him. I missed his lovely harmonies. So that was a stripped down version.
Huh?
I really want to sing, but I'm 95% sure that if I tried, it would devolve into a coughing fit. So.
Well, I also admire that, you know, a lot of people would have opted out of, you know, appearing tonight, but having made the commitment, I admire that you're seeing it through, even if you're a little under the weather.
Oh, I'm happy to be here,
Yeah.
and it's I'm happy to play, and I'm also really enjoying everybody's
Yes.
original tunes, and it's an enriching experience.
Yeah, Nate, I agree. It's like every time Phil and I do this, I feel I get energy from everybody. It's inspiration from everyone. It's a really great exercise as songwriters to share each other's songs. So.
Yeah, I'm always in a very different place at the end, at the end of the event than at the beginning. Both for these live streams, but this is also very similar to what we do with our live in-person events. I find, you know, Barbara and Nate and Jim, you've participated in them, but by the end of a full night of music of so many musicians coming together, I think it's fun for the audience. It's also really fun for the musicians to be, you know, to have your turn. Like, here's my moment where I'm expressing my creativity, and that's very enjoyable. And it's just as enjoyable to be on the receiving end, you know.
I think too, something that a lot of people, generally I would say, greener people, younger people, who are, you know, sharing their songs they tend to kind of, sometimes they don't really think about how important it is to pay attention to what other artists are doing, because it's such an integral part of, well, in my opinion anyway, I mean, there's no wrong way to do it, I guess, but, if you're going to participate in this community, you need to synthesize what your peers are doing. And if you just are all about you and you don't care, you don't have time for anybody else, it's like, well, what are you doing,
Yeah. It reminds me of,
community.
you remember the Sidewalk Cafe days, anybody?
Yeah.
Oh,
I do,
miss the
yeah.
sidewalk
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
There's a guy, and hopefully none of us know him. There's a guy who got up and was like, I only listen to myself now. I just put at the time it was like my tape into the car or CD into the car, and I'm just influenced by myself, and I'm the only one. And I heard that, and I was like, why are you here, man? Is it like, that's
You think
the
it's
idea.
like a photocopy of a photocopy of a photocopy. And
Yeah.
after a while, it turns into nonsense.
I mean, there's a sort of like an Andy Warhol-esque ness to that, right? A photocopy of a photocopy.
Right. I mean, I guess if that works for you.
Yeah, if you want to be infamous, I suppose.
Yeah.
But this is much better. And this is nourishing. Like Phil said,
Right.
I love that word.
I remember when I first moved, maybe the first week I moved into Manhattan from New Jersey, the New Jersey suburbs. I went to the open mic at Sidewalk Cafe. And my impression, maybe I was just projecting, but my impression, maybe there were 15 musicians in the room, and none of them were listening to each other. They were all their main focus was they were waiting for their turn to get up and sing their song, and even when they weren't on stage, they were just in the headspace of doing their own song. I remember I went with a friend, and she was very self-conscious and insecure, and said, "Oh, I'm so embarrassed. All these people are so good, and I'm going to get up and sing my song, and I'm not a good singer." And I said, "Well, you are a good singer, but don't even worry about it, because nobody's going to care. Everyone is all up in their own business." But I mean, we're talking about musicians, but that's just more generally, that's how a lot of people are, right? It's a lot of people don't notice the people around them. They're more preoccupied with their own experience of themselves.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Oh, just there's a sort of competitive setup that you can do for those kind of open mic things where somebody gets chosen to get a gig, and so there's a feeling of kind of uneasiness, and or whether you're in and out of the cool set within a community like that. Every kind of community I've experienced like that. And a lot of them are really amazing and great. It's just if you're not feeling like you're on the inside of what's happening, then you start to feel strange.
Yeah. All right. I was moved both by the Repressions song "I'm Just Pieces" and then Carol's song "Who Owns Your Body." I do not have any comparable song on comparable subject matter in my repertoire. I like I was alluding to earlier, I find it sometimes difficult to weigh in with an opinion on topics. I kind of think, as a privileged white man in a patriarchy, I kind of think, well, me just existing is part of the problem. No one is interested in the white dude's opinion on X, Y, and Z. But though maybe not in my songwriting, but the way that I try to contribute to the discourse is, I'm often in the position of putting the events together and basically having the final say, or recruiting people to populate the events. And where I do put a effort, and this is a small way that I could contribute, is I really do seek out gender parity. It's very easy. There's no shortage of male musicians, but I think we generally go out of our way to make sure we have a roughly equal number of voices from across the whole spectrum. I was just talking about this over the last couple of days because I'm putting together this Bruce Springsteen night, and it's 20 artists. It could have very easily been 20 like middle-aged white dudes singing Bruce Springsteen songs, and that was the last thing that I wanted. So I think we wound up. I think we have actually 7 or 8 women in our lineup, which is like that only happened because it was very intentional. But these kind of topics are not necessarily those I feel qualified to write about, but I try to be part of the solution in that kind of a way. Let people's voices who are kind of on the front lines of the thing to give them a forum to be heard.
And it makes it for a richer community too.
Yeah.
You have more diversity in that way.
Yeah. All right. So, which song am I going to sing? All right. I'm just going to do my fun song. I have this song, Transcendental Cowboy, and it's I think humor is important. This is the song I wrote to take the piss out of myself. If you just have a conversation with me for more than 3 sentences, you might quickly come to the conclusion that I'm a very, I don't want to say pretentious, but very in my head, using lots of big polysyllabic words, very navel gazing. So this is a song that basically makes fun of that. It's called Transcendental Cowboy. It's like the middle school way of coping with insecurity is you make fun of yourself first before other people have the chance to make fun of you for that thing. It's like, I already know that. So this is what I always imagined would be the first song on my first album. And it has some audience participation. So even though we're on a stream, we could still do this over the wonder of the World Wide Web. So this song needs some audience participation, but I don't need you to sing. I need you to shout. So can I get a hell yeah?
Hell yeah.
All right, that is not nearly loud enough. I think you have more in you. Could I get a hell yeah?
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's your part. You will know when it's time for the hell yeah. This is Transcendental Cowboy. All right. I'm a transcendental cowboy with the existential blues. Here's a solipsistic metatranscendental news. There's more than just one recipe, girl, feel good about what you choose. So when it comes down to do what you gotta do, you can read a book by Sartre, read a book by Camus. There's 1,000 different faces out there and 1,000 points of view. If seeing is believing, throw your hands, get ready, and say hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm a transcendental cowboy with the existential blues. Here's a solipsistic metatranscendental news. It's more than just a recipe, girl, feel good about what you choose. So when it comes down to do what you gotta do, you can light yourself some candles, light up someone's eyes, go back to the 60s right now, retro psychedelicize. Cause feeling is believing, throw your hands up in the air and say hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm a transcendental, existential, sentimental, solipsistic, lower upper middle class, white bread, suburbanistic, went away to school and have my world rotated. So I would even say slightly overeducated, trying to find a way to set myself free. In my heart of heart, just a Bruce Springsteen wannabe, working all day and singing all night, doing all right. Woo! transcendental cowboy with the existential blues. Here's a solipsistic meta-transcendental muse. It's more than just a recipe, girl, feel good about what you choose. So when it comes down to do it, you gotta. When it comes down to do it, you gotta. When it comes down to do it, you gotta do. If you're having a good time tonight, let me hear one final hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
All right. All right.
One of my favorite parts of that is the theatricality of the harmonica solo. Yeah, there's something.
Oh, is it theatrical?
It is. It has like a whole, like especially the end, like the build up.
Uh huh.
And I think I never, I've seen it countless times. You do it, but that's a really, you bring up the climax just by, I don't know, your presentation.
Oh, thank you. Actually, Jason, you might not be aware of this. Part of that is because of you. Because you ever, I'm the kind of person where if I say something and then somebody laughs, my mind takes note. That thing I just said is funny. That's going to make, and then I'm going to repeat that same joke the next person I see, I'm going to say the thing. I remember when I was in 2009, when I was doing my birthday show at A&M Roadhouse. Jason, you were part of the lineup, and I did Transcendental Cowboy, and I used to do the harmonica solo in a very vanilla way. And that night, for whatever reason, maybe I was a little drunk, I played this really raucous version, and at the end, the final section before it ends, it sort of went up in pitch and did this doing it on overdrive with the trill, and you your head pricked up and you were yeah, Phil, you really got into that harmonica solo. And then my mind was oh, look at that, it made Jason take notice. And then I was I will play it that way every single time now for the rest of my life, and that's why.
Oh,
So
cool.
It's so funny that you commented on that.
Well, yeah, I mean, it also speaks to, who else was Carol talking about it, where when an audience member or someone else informs you of something about the song, and then it kind of molds it into something on its own. And I kind of love how a song doesn't just exist in a vacuum. And it could constantly evolve and depending on how people listen to it.
Well, if you just remain in your own echo chamber and nothing challenges you, you're never going to grow. You're never going to... It's like being in a relationship. If you're a completely solitary human being, you're going to retain all of your habits and all of your rough edges. But when you're locked in an intimate relationship and you bump up against another person and all of your annoying habits, are pushing this other person away and alienating them, it gives you motivation to be oh, when I act like that, it's kind of I could probably work on that and be a little bit more of a functioning human being.
Yeah.
And same thing with our songs. If we don't socialize ourselves, then we never know if something works or doesn't.
Got to socialize our songs. That's it. All over.
All right, Jason, you're up.
All right, I'm going to do a short one. I always do this as a companion to the bus ride one because this is the subway version of it. Dealing with loneliness, which I dealt with a lot when I was younger, in my 20s. This is called Last Rites. Now we're reading these last rites only for the chance that it's our own found love saving us for this last dance. Throwing it all away shouldn't be so hard, but it's our own found feeling
It's a very pertinent last line of the song. You're singing "Be Somebody New"?
Yes. It's like reinvent yourself, because what you are now, it's like you're saying the last rites of who you were. And I don't know. It's hard to describe, but it's that sense when you're depressed and you just wish you were somebody else, or you wish your situation was different. And I don't know. And I did definitely deal with depression quite a bit as a younger man. So.
Yeah, I find songwriting is so healing, and I've taken myself out of those places through playing something that's the opposite of what I'm feeling, and then I get to climb out through the music.
Yeah. Or just something that explains. I think when a song like that, it's trying to figure out, all right, how do I get out of this headspace? And sometimes it's just singing your song and doing your thing, and then all of a sudden you're out of it. Just stop thinking about it. But it's not always the case. But for me, I agree with you. Like, just creating and playing this music is a healing, cathartic process.
All right. Thank you, Jason.
Yeah.
All right. So we've completed 3 rounds. We'll give each of our special guests a chance to do one final song. Before we do that, let's do our little tradition. We'll just take a group photo. By group photo, in this streaming context, of course, it means a group screenshot. So, Jason, everyone, look beautiful. All right, let me see how that came out. You know, I don't like... All right, I'm going to do one more. One more for safety. I don't know how... Windows is always changing their screen capture mechanism. Cheese. All right, I think we got it. So, Carol, you're up. Let's hear one more song from you.
Okay, so this song is called Accept Them. And when you played Transcendental Cowboy, my husband and I met through the Philly TM Center, and he followed Maharishi Mahesh Yogi around the world. And I met him at the Philly Center because I was a new meditator, and he used to show up once a month to see if there were any new women. And I guess I was the new woman. So, so this song, Accept Them, it actually has a part, but we have latency. But when I sing, when you accept them, woo woo, I think wherever the woo woos land from all of you will be just fine. And I wrote this about transcending, and it took, sometimes as a young songwriter, it took me a while to get to the point. So it took me way into the song to say them, accept them. Life's spark, source, creation, and beautiful flowing are all inside all our hearts. When you accept them, they start growing. Woo woo. So here we go.
Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo. I know what it's like to feel life. I know how the secret's inside. Splash out over the top to wash down your past. Crack open locks on the armor life's helped you amass. Peel off layers of time. Shake off scraps you've been holding till you feel yourself shine. Till your spirit is glowing. Here come the woo-woos. When you accept them, woo woo. You accept them, woo woo. You accept them, woo woo. You accept them. They start growing. Doodle doo doodle doo doo. I know that we are all already whole. It's time to make the source the goal. Yeah, and the process is all that we really achieve. It's surprising we already have what we need. A spark source creation and beautiful flowing are all inside our heart. 2, 3, where you accept them. You accept them, woo woo. You accept them, woo woo. You accept them, woo woo. They start growing. When you accept them, just accept them. They start growing. My source is unfolding inside, illuminating all that I hide, all that I hide, all that I hide. When you accept them, when you accept them, it's not when you accept them, just accept them, it's not them, woo woo. Yay! Thanks for the TM, Lanny. I'm glad you picked me up at the TM Center. It was a fun ride with you. He is now out in the cosmos, wandering around, flying free.
That was very sympathy of the devil the woo woos.
Yeah.
Well, I did borrow that part. On the recording, it's when you accept them, and I could never get the background singers to come in at the right place. So I was just like, just do woo woo, and then.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
It's great you have that song to also remind you of him, to like connect you to that moment.
Yeah, he was the big brain in the family and the real high spiritual person, you know. So I was writing rhyming couplets, and I'd come out and I'd say, what did Maharishi say about the difference between unmanifest being and manifest being, and like that emptiness is actually wholeness unmanifest? And he would say a bunch of things, and I'd go, okay, I've got some rhymes, bye. And then I'd come back down the hall. I go and write something.
You mine him for info.
All right. Thank you, Carol.
Thank
and
you.
Carol, we're going to give one more turn to Jim and then Repressions, but in any final words you'd like to say to our streaming audience?
I just really appreciate being here. I hope that everybody was able to tune in. I believe that you guys, this is going to continue to stream, so I'm going to share it a couple times out there. And yeah, this is... I really miss this kind of get-together. So thank you so much for having me, including me.
Of course.
Oh, our pleasure. And we'll be in touch, and we'll schedule you for a night for one of our in-person events as well.
Thank you. And it was so nice to meet everybody else up here and hear your music. I really liked it. Thank you.
Twice.
Thanks, Carol. All right, Jim, any famous last words?
Yeah, this is a song called Fight the Hungry Lions. It's, I had and have and still have a band called the Randy Bandits that sometimes is a Jim Knable and the Randy Bandits. At the time that I put out the song, it was just called the Randy Bandits. But Fight the Hungry Lions is the name of the song. It's off our first album called Redbeard. I will fight the hungry lions till my duty calls. to ride. I will try to keep on trying through a silver lining tide. I will wear a darker shade of red or blue. I will do just what I'm made on earth to do. As long as I can do it, know I'll get on through it. As long as I can do it with you. I will wander greener pastures. I will tend forgotten weeds. I will squander your disasters. I will ponder last year's seeds. I will wear the foot that fits the other shoe. I will do just what I'm made on earth to do. As long as I can do it, know I'll get on through it. As long as I can do it with you. I'm gonna go into the mountain, take a test of fire and flood. I'm gonna hold my fingers counting all the days of flesh and blood. I'm gonna shudder just to think that it's all true. I'm gonna do just what I'm made on earth to do. As long as I can do it, know I'll get on through it. As long as I can do it with you. Gonna ride the train or carriage, gonna ride the rusty rail. I'm gonna ride down to the marriage. I will raise the wedding veil. And if I fail, at least I tried my best for you. I'm gonna do just what I'm made on earth to do. As long as I can do it, know I'll get on through it. As long as I can do it with you. Oh, only with you. Only with you. Only with you. Only with you.
Hey, Jim.
Nice, Jim.
Thanks,
Wonderful.
guys. Just happy to be here, like Ringo Starr.
Jim, you have any final words you'd like to share with our viewing audience?
I've been honored to be here as your guest, and I look forward to our future of making songs and singing them for each other and for other people who like to listen to those songs together.
All right. Same. This has been great. Thank you for being part of tonight, Jim. All right, and that will bring us to the Repressions to close out the night with a final song.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you to Jason and Phil for setting this up and running it and putting all the work in and then inviting us. And it's so wonderful to hear Carol and Jim and Jason and Phil play and just get so much out of it sometimes in this very different setting. It's really been beautiful. Thank you so much. So we've got one short one. And, you know, when you're walking around in a daze, there's so much to see. There's so much truth that we need to look at head on. And there's so much that we can miss when our heads are down. This is Whatever Happened to the Bookstore. Whatever happened to the bookstore? Why did they ever shut the door? People don't want to read anymore. Or was it that way before? And now all I check the headline as if there was a deadline. The release of anything. I need to quiet down and think. Whatever happened to the bookstore? Is this a new way to be? I'm always looking at my TV phone, and I forgot how to see. Now I can't answer the messenger because the message isn't real. It's just a picture on my TV phone. I never know how I feel. You gotta lift your head up, lift your head up, lift your head up, lift your head up now. You gotta lift your head up, lift your head up, lift your head up, lift your head up now. Right now. You think it's social when you're all alone? Whatever happened to humanity? Tap the missile to your TV phone. Is it society or batteries? You gotta lift your head up, lift your head up, lift your head up, lift your head up now. You gotta lift your head up, lift your head up, lift your head up, lift your head up now. Whatever happened to my singing soul? How did we ever lose the poetry? I'm gonna blow up all the TV phones, and you can find me at the library.
Woo!
Wow.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Oh, thank you so much.
I want you to go on like an international tour, so then I could go and like follow you in all the great cities on Earth and listen to Repressions.
Oh, thank you. We got to get there.
I had background harmony for that song if we're ever in the same room together.
Oh, please. Yeah, you're not too far away. So.
Oh, it was beautiful. So much fun.
Thank you.
Yeah, great stuff.
Thank you so much.
The Repressions, do you have any parting words for our streaming audience before we
Thank
sign
you.
off
Yes,
for the night?
we had Anna, I saw, and Lauren and Dante. I was on here on Instagram, but I think my battery died, and we had over there on Facebook, but we could see the comments on the side. Thank you for being here. Anybody that was in the chat, thank you so much. It was so wonderful to
nice
make sure you're
crew of
always
people.
following Roomful of Sky, because my goodness, what a wonderful collection of musicians and a community. So we're so happy to be part of it. Thank you.
All right, very good. So, Jason, you have any parting words?
Another successful night. I thoroughly enjoyed everyone's contribution. Really great.
All right. So, for those of you tuning in from home, thank you for spending these couple hours with us. If this is 3 years in the future and you caught us on YouTube, thank you. I hope the world is still in one piece 3 years from now. This was great. Jason and I are here the third Tuesday of every month. And if you live in the New York, New Jersey area, any of the Roomful of Sky pages, you'll find links to all of our events. We do a regular show at Music at Mario's. We probably do 5 to 6 events every month. So come say hi in person. And we love you all. We will see you next month.